Hello, YouTube. It is July 5th, 2022. It's a Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Although I think it's still too early to get the bargain tacos at Del Taco. Although that has me wondering if they have maybe any kind of deal at Tacos de Cabeza. So I can eat some brains. Eat some brains. Oh, wow. House there on the left. I just got a view through the alley. They're doing some pretty awesome landscaping in their backyard. Man, I miss having a backyard. I mean, I guess technically I have a backyard. I miss having my own, like, private fenced-in backyard. Yeah, I've had two houses where I had nice backyards. Used to have a house in North Phoenix. Nothing really spectacular about that backyard there. I never really did much with it, but it was on land that used to be citrus fields. And I had this scraggly tangelo tree in my backyard that just had the absolutely most delicious fruit. And just, man, I miss those backyard tangelos. I really do. Also, my house in Tucson. When I was married, I had a house near First and Roger, just south of there. And it wasn't the greatest house, but it was mine and my wife's, of course. Now this is bizarre. Look at this. Let me back up so you can get a view of this. Which is a questionable traffic maneuver, but there's no traffic behind me. So they got those wheelchair ramps done. Like the ramps like you put at a corner at intersections. You got the one on the right and the one directly in front, but yet there's still a sign up that says no pedestrians use crosswalk. Wow, talk about the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. I feel like I should shoot an email to Phoenix Planning Department and ask them what the point is. What was the point of putting in wheelchair ramps if you're still going to leave the signage up, but there's no crossing. And of course the sidewalk's in here. Like from here to McDowell Road, there's no sidewalks. So, I mean, I guess there's a little bit right there by the school, but as you see, it ends right there. The street sign is for Granada Drive. And anyway, yeah, I don't see Phoenix putting sidewalks here anytime soon. And it might even be a legal issue with them doing it. I expect that there's no easement involved. Although where the storm drain is, there's a bit of a sidewalk, so who knows? Hey, that one property has a narrow sidewalk in front of it that the property owner probably put in themselves. Yeah, I always said if I owned a house that was on a street that didn't have a sidewalk, I would put one in, just because I'm often a pedestrian and I like having nice sidewalks. But yeah, when I had my spot in Tucson, there was a place where a sidewalk could be, and I never did put one in. But I was only there for about, I want to say maybe a year and a half, and I never got money ahead enough to do that sort of thing. That and there was absolutely no pedestrians on that street ever. It wasn't a through street. It was just kind of a loop street off the First. Anyway, so gosh, did I say what time it is? I said the date. It's 10:18 a.m. I remember saying the date. I don't remember saying the time. Maybe I did. My memory is spotty at best. Anyway, yesterday I had two videos. I had 4 videos yesterday. I had the two where I walked up to the break room, and then I cut the first one off because somebody from Fox 10 wanted to interview me, which I'm not sure why they're interviewing me other than I was the only person there. So let's get some guy standing in front of the break room talking to break the break room. That's great. Yeah. Kind of curious what the repercussions of that are going to be if it gets televised. But anyway, As is evidenced by the existence of this vlog, I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just laying it all out there. So anyway, when he was getting ready to interview me, I went ahead and stopped recording. And the next video was the one where I was walking home. I kind of did a little extra walking because I had a lot on my mind. And the two that I did later, both got cut off due to me running out of space. And hopefully this one doesn't cut off the same way. I've been trying to go through and get some more stuff cleared off. I remember when I bought my micro SD card, I'm like, oh, I'll never run out of space. This is huge, because I think I got like a 64, gig. I can't remember if it was a 64 gig or 128 gig, but whatever it was, I was thinking, oh, this is so much space, I'll never run out of it. And wrong. Wow, there is a big metal frame building going in there on the right. I'm so curious what kind of development is going in this property, because that has been vacant for a long, long, long time. Anyway, I've been going through, but I've been actually, yesterday I actually watched, just to kind of help pass the brutally lonely holiday, where I was just kind of sitting and mentally stewing about me being alone and the so-called girlfriend most likely being spending the holiday weekend with her new boyfriend. And sending payment for some of the bills, via PayPal, but not with any kind of, no emails with any kind of contacts or anything, just nothing, just radio silence from her. So I listened to some of my vlogs. It was a pleasant distraction from it, and some of my videos now, including some that are like really old, have much more fleshed out descriptions. So, as I've said before, when you go to my videos, please, especially if I just posted it, it probably has nothing more than the date. But yeah, please open up the description field. I do try to put links there to stuff that I talked about, and time links to go to specific things that I talked about, and or things that I saw and passed, and I try to make sure I have the date and time, have that complete as well. Anyway, yeah, so I did have one where I was heading out to the laundromat, and the laundromat was closed. So I've got all my laundry in my car. And the other thing is I was packing up my laundry into the suitcases. I also packed up some recycling, which ended up being kind of a wasted effort, because I'm pretty sure Pack and Store or used store. Still want to call it Pack and Store, as you can see from the sign. It is a used store. I'm pretty sure their office was closed, but I'm also pretty sure their gate was open. It's always open. It's on, it's automated, but the time lock will not open after 7 p.m. And it was like 6:55 by the time I was done putting everything in my car to head out. So yeah. Oh, I'm not doing this right. Buttons are sticky. It's kind of gross, yo. I knew from the get-go, it's like, I'm not going to get everything out of my car today, since I had the recycling, but I just went ahead and left it all in the car. Apparently Priscilla's been actually making an effort to bag up her recycling. I hope she doesn't think I'm stepping on her toes by taking it. I don't know if she was actually planning on trying to redeem that herself. If she is, I might hear about it, but it's mostly just Type 1 plastic, which she hasn't even crushed, and Type 1 plastic, the last I checked, pays very, very little. I just kind of do it because I think it's environmentally the right thing to do. All right, let's see if I can get this out of the holder without stopping the video. Hey, I got it done. So yeah, white bag, that stuff she packed. She always packs the recycling in, oh crap, I'm having the issue with the car where I can't get the key out. So there's a thing, I don't know, it's kind of mechanism in the Saturn where, I don't know, explain how it works, but you can't turn the key all the way to the off position. And I think it's supposed to be a thing to make sure your wheel is straight, or I don't know what the purpose of it is, but anyway, there's underneath, right in that general area, you see there's kind of an opening there. There was a cover, and it's removable to service the thing, and of course I can't afford to have that stupid thing serviced. Anyway, there's a emergency release. There's a release button. I figured out how to do it by muscle memory, but not fingering it that way. Not if I finger it that way. So hang on, let me put my phone back up. Hopefully I don't stop my recording, because I've figured out how to do it by muscle memory with my left hand. I don't really know what I'm reaching up there. It's just become muscle memory at this point. But I finger it with the left finger, and kind of twist it with the finger with the left hand, and just kind of twist and tug with the right hand, which has me thinking about Priscilla. Oh God, I ain't right. Anyway, so yeah, she bags up her recycling, and I'm at least grateful she does it. But yeah, you have that bag and a white bag, and more recycling in a plastic bag. I mean, for me, the whole purpose of recycling is to try to have less plastic waste in the world. And I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube about how plastic recycling really, as a concept, really isn't working out very well. And I'm well aware of that. Is it influencing me to consume less plastics? I'll be honest, it's really not. But I think about it. It's a thought that counts, right? I'm not letting it discourage me from trying to recycle type 1 plastics. So I'm still doing it, and and I have, so yeah, there's a good likelihood that it's not. I don't know. I don't know where it's going. I just get it to Brightgate Recycling Center, and I hope for the best. And I get a very, very feeble amount of money for it that doesn't even begin to compensate me for the amount of time I take sorting it and crushing it. But yeah, anyway, Priscilla putting it in these brand new plastic bags just always seem, and I've been like, no, don't. I'll bring empty recycled cardboard boxes. Just reuse those. But I don't know, she likes buying plastic bags, which is it's just contributing to the plastic pollution problem rather than eliminating it. Oh, and as you can see, my storage is completely out of hand again. But hey, at least now I only have 3 units here as opposed to 5. So, my monthly rental is it's still spending more on storage rental per month than I'd like to, but it's at least it's not something I'm struggling with every month as I was, say 6 months ago. Yeah, so I've got that back on an auto pay with a credit card that I can manage through an app, and there's not been any struggle to have that money. But yeah, I look at what I'm spending, and I would still like to be spending less on storage, but that of course requires me having the time to sort through that stuff and maybe sell some of it, maybe realize some of it. Fight my hoarder tendencies and realize some of it is just straight up garbage. But yeah, right now it's just too hot for any of that shit. So so this is the time of year that I just grin and bear it and pay it, and wait for the heat to be less brutal and hope that it damages less of it. But I'm really, really hoping Priscilla will be out of my home soon. I'm pretty damn sure she's dating this guy. I'm hearing it secondhand. She hasn't had the nerve to tell me. She hasn't had the nerve to tell me, but she. Oh gosh.
I'm trying to get the other 2 invoices lined up for you, but they were paid.
Yeah, no, I saw they went through my banking.
Yeah.
But only one of them did I get an email for.
That's the one.
So I'm not worried about it. They both, obviously the payments are working. That's what matters.
Everything's paid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tony wanted to talk to you for a second.
Yeah, okay. Oh, shit. All right, let me head out for a minute.
I want to know if you got the machines.
Not on me. I'm working like 80 hours a week right now.
Oh, okay. I gotta go to the car today. Wait. Well, I gotta get mad. No, I haven't had it yet. I might not. The hospital wants my doctor wants the final report from the hospital. They haven't got it. I've already called the hospital, tried to light a fire under their ass. Yeah. I told them that. Well, she said it could take weeks, and I'm going to Marty in 2 months. How long am I supposed to do?
How do I know that I have weeks?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's why they're coming today to do what they got to do, so I no longer have to go to the bank. They're eliminating a few things for me. They're doing it company-wide.
Well, that's nice. Because I don't feel like they pay you. The amount of
They
shit
don't.
they don't pay you for, and then the way they try to like
I get
supervise you to where you have to be here, locked in boxes. Yeah, no,
They think it's a big deal that I get it.
that's ridiculous. And that guy's driving a what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can eat.
Yeah, we're having fun with the owners.
Yeah.
All right, I would.
People like that. People like that just have no.
My washing machine went out.
I feel like people like that just have no concept of the god awful livelihood they're putting there.
Yeah.
Like I'm down to like 16 something an hour. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos is flying in penis-shaped rockets to the moon and building and has built the largest yacht ever made.
Yeah.
Like, come on, everybody that works in your warehouse works their fucking ass off.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get a raise for getting trained to be a forklift operator. Almost every warehouse, you get trained to be a forklift operator, you get a raise.
You get a raise.
Yep,
I would
nope,
question that. Well, you better get.
Nope, that's Amazon policy. I did question it. They blew smoke up my ass, basically. Yeah, so they had safer. We have safer forklifts. And actually, that would have been operating forklift for Amazon. That's that man. I feel bad. I owe her friend a Blu-ray player, and I've kind of dropped the ball on that. That was something I was vlogging about like over a year ago, I think. Yeah, I don't know that I have an extra Blu-ray player with a remote that go together that's functional, handy. If I did, I'd bring it to her. Anyway, where was I? So I totally remember. I don't remember what the hell I was even talking about when she started like kind of yelling at me. But it would have been incredibly rude to just drive off. No, I love Batman. She's a sweetheart. And I feel like the ownership of that place just does not do her. Sorry, I looked to the right and saying what I think is a homeless woman that would clean up really well and looks like a really good time. It looks like she's probably all kinds of spun out. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to not be that thirsty, but Priscilla is making zero. Oh wow, she's a freaky chick. Damn. Yeah, Priscilla is making zero effort to quench my thirst these days, and apparently she's finally crossed that. Decided she's crossed that line with me where she can go quench somebody else's thirst. I mean, I don't know that for sure. It just kind of feels like it. I mean, there was kind of a pattern going on where when she would stay the night someplace else, she would come home, and that would be the time where she'd be all over me physically, after ignoring me for weeks or day, many days, most of the week and a half, however long it had been. Which of course, I mean, I'm a simple creature. Give me sex, and I'm just happy, and I'm not really drilling you about whatever it was I was upset about prior to you giving me sex. That's kind of how I'm wired. But oh shit, I wanted that Circle K, but it's on the wrong side of the dang road. Grr. Nah, let's go up to the one on Oak. Although their soda fountain wasn't working worth the crap yesterday. I do want to chat with the cashier over there, because she said she was going to come out to Bullocks on Friday, and she didn't. At least I didn't see her on Friday. Kind of reminder, I got a show on Thursday. Anyway, yeah, so my guess is that she probably was staying the night with this guy, and that she's, this is just my mind turning. This might just all my... I have nothing to back this up. This is the things that go through my mind. Thinking maybe she's with this other guy, and they were just having good times together. And basically him providing part of the boyfriend experience that I haven't been providing for quite some time. So I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm without blame on this, but I mean, time that I could have spent with her providing boyfriend type experience for 9 months was lost to the horrible, painful experience of trying to use public transit going everywhere. And I feel like, wow, these people don't know that when the light is flashing, they can go. Of course, the signs are in English, and a lot of the people who drive in this part of town do not speak English. Well, there's a security guard here, and there you go. Wow, there will be no Tacos de Cabeza today. That whole area has got police tape around it, and there's cops there. Wow, so much for having brain tacos for Taco Tuesday. Damn. Yeah, so, maybe I could have provided that companionship for her that I haven't been providing for a long time, especially after my car broke down. Had she been helping me with that, had she been driving me places, or at least cleaning her car and trimming down her car key to someone, so that someone with my sensory issues could comfortably drive the vehicle. And I would have been more than happy to, help her with the expenses of her vehicle, and certainly would have put gas in her vehicle had she done that for me. But no, she just left me high and dry to have to ride the bus everywhere and be miserable and alone, and so miserable and so alone. So, boo-hoo that I'm not there watching movies with her. But yeah, I feel like she probably got this guy to, spend time with her, and watch movies with her, and probably cuddle with her. But she, apparently still wanting to be monogamous with me, probably not giving it up to him, and so that's probably why she was so ready to go when she get back from spending the night with that guy. I don't know. Maybe I've just watched too many red pill videos and Mick Cow videos, but there's been a pattern, and that's kind of been the pattern. One specific instance come to mind, and I'm not going to get that sexually graphic right now. I might at a later date, but it's all these pieces are falling into place at this point. anyway, and for what it's worth, when I got home, I guess I should mention that. When I got home, she was there. She was all ready to work, which is odd. I guess she's doing some overtime or whatever. So usually she doesn't start work that early, but yeah, I want to say I got home about 6:20-ish, and her vehicle was there. I was thinking really seriously about, doing my laundry then, although I was feeling pretty tired, and I was thinking really seriously about also doing, that one would not clean up well, yikes. Also thinking about, just hitting first call over at the Wander Inn and having my Bloody Mary for breakfast as well. But I was just so curious as to whether or not she had made it home yet. So she was gone for like basically 3 days, and with the exception of one time where she obviously came home and just grabbed her mail and left some leggings on my bed. Not sure what that's about. I was at work, not yesterday, but the day before. Anyway, she, sorry, I'm having trouble trying to keep my thoughts straight. So yeah, when I got there, she was, I saw her vehicle there, and probably wanted to keep on driving. Like, well, I know she's here, and I'm like, no, I'm drowsy as hell. I just need to go to sleep now. And so I parked my car, and I went in, and I could hear her talking already in Lily's room, which I'm kind of surprised, because the way she had that room looking yesterday, it looked like she'd taken much of her workstation apart. It was way too messy for her to be in there working, but she's in there working right now. At least she was when I left a little bit ago. But yeah, she was when I got home, and I just, I was super tired. I just climbed in bed and pretty much fell asleep pretty instantly. Now at one point I woke up and I thought she was quietly in there rubbing the side of my leg, but I don't think she was. I think that was just me. Sometimes I experience things that aren't there, that aren't happening, and that's part of the fun of having schizoaffective disorder. But it certainly felt like she was really rubbing the side of my leg. But, I guess that's just what I'm wishing was happening, and it's probably for the best that she's not. I'm looking at some older vlogs, and this unhappiness with the girlfriend has been a recurring theme in this vlog since it started, and it's been going well over a year. And I mean, that's, my daughter, since I was 15, has been like, why don't you break up with her? You always seem like you're upset with her, and I mean, my daughter's 20 now, so we got at least 5 years of me being unhappy with her. I don't know. I just think back to the times that were good times, and those were really good times. And all things considered, she's probably the best lover I've ever had. Ever, period. I mean, granted, I've had some one-night stands that had those turned into regular things, might have been better, but in some weekend flings that sure were on the way to being better. But as far as like consistent in that department, yeah, she's unquestionably the best. Anyway, and that's probably what's making this so, more than anything, what's making this so difficult for me. But I told one of my coworkers today, I forget his name, but he's the lead. He's the lead forklift driver in inbound. Oh, I was back in inbound being the pallet guy again last night, by the way. I was kind of surprised. I went over to outbound and was expecting to do totes again, and the LP over there was really happy to see me. She's like the little region, the little area manager. She's really happy to see me, complimented me on my American flag shirt, and she's like, you know, so I'm glad you came over here, and yesterday was amazing, but the head count tonight is really low, and I have as many people as I need, so you should probably go check in inbound, because I expect they're shorthanded. I was like, aww. And at first I was kind of disappointed, and at first I was like, you know, I'm like, and oh my God, a day shift left me a mess. It's absolutely like for a day of me doing pallets. Wow, that guy looks fun. Yeah, that of all the days I've done pallets, today was hands down the worst day shift ever left it. You know, it's like they were working and just halfway through the shift decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm leaving, it's a holiday. Oh wait, that's what they did. That's right, they all left at noon 30. Anyway, I don't feel like I ever made it all the way through their mess. I might have. And so, no, I didn't leave the area like I normally do, as nice as I normally do, but I mean, I unquestionably worked my ass off all night long and left it better than I found it, so there's that. Oh, and I also had an incident. I need to talk about the whole the forklift falling in the truck thing, and I don't have time for that. I need to go and eat my damn drink, and as hot as it is, I don't need to be just sitting here idling with the AC on, because that's a good way to overheat the car. I mean, even a good car in Phoenix, that's just never an advisable thing to do. That's how cars overheat out here. Although if my temperature gauge is to be believed, which I'm not sure it is, it seems to be doing good. Boy, that spun guy just disappeared behind the crates into the place where they store the yeah, it's out of view on my camera, the place where they store the milk crates. There's been definitely an uptick in, oh, there he is, an uptick in creepy homeless people hanging out at the Circle K. Quality people watching right there, though. Look at him go. Oh, he's washing his clothes using their spigot. That's classy. I need to crop that vertical and make a short out of it. I don't know, it's sad. At least I can see people like that and feel a whole lot better about my situation. I'm just sitting here belly aching because my girlfriend don't want to bang me no more. Of course, if based on things I see with the homeless population, that guy probably does have some crazy spun out chick that does want to bang him. So, you know, yeah, whatever. And I definitely did have a better sex life when I was homeless, every time I've been homeless, than I have in the last 6 months. So there's that. Anyway, where was I? Priscilla. Yeah, so she was there when I got home. Word out of her. I fell asleep almost instantly, but I woke up only 2 hours later, about 9, I don't know, maybe 9:30, 9:40, and laid in bed and messed around on YouTube a little bit, worked on my blog a little bit, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm so wide awake right now, but I am. So it just struck me as a good time to come out and drop off the recycling, which I've already done, and do my laundry, which I'm getting ready to do, but I want to come here and get myself my sip and save drink, because I haven't done that yet for today. I did see Priscilla come out of my daughter's room that she's turned into her office, twice. One time, obviously, to go smoke cigarettes, because as I've said many times, she'd rather put a cigarette in her mouth than put me in her mouth. I don't know where she stands with the new guy on that, but I'm sure I'll find out in due time. I will say this, when she does that, she's really good at it. So, and I still have videos of it to enjoy forever. Also, I saw her go take a little bathroom break once, but not once did she even come through my door to see how I was. So Obviously, she's aware. She's got to be aware I was there. So I gave her the same treatment when I left. I just left. But I don't know. Guess I'm a little bit relieved that on my way out I didn't hear her screaming, "Hey, come in here and hug me." Yeah. Over it. I mean, I'm lying saying over it, but I'm really trying to be over it. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. Damn, I've already wasted 35 minutes. I need to go and get my drink. Go to the laundromat. Might shoot a video coming back from the laundromat. I might not. But yeah, so I didn't get any of that done yesterday after I left the laundromat. And I was trying to explain my last video yesterday, what I had done, and I think I got cut off talking about the idiot at Arby's who pulled forward in the drive-thru because the drive-thru gal didn't have his stuff ready and asked him to pull forward, but he didn't pull forward enough for me to get out as the next customer in the drive-thru that didn't have to wait for his order, and then was a complete asshole about the whole scenario of, you know, just like, dude, pull forward to a parking spot. No, it is what it is. It's annoying is what it is. That's where I got cut off. Oh, speaking of which, I wish I hadn't cut off, because on that video, last video I shot yesterday, which I think would actually be the last video prior to this one, come to think of it, I was following a bus, and as I predicted, he did get off on the exit at 75th Avenue, because he said in that bus yard that's right there near the Amazon warehouse I work at, and he fully and boldly ran through the red light at 75th Avenue from the off-ramp from the I-10, and I didn't get it on video. Oh, I so should have got it on video, but I ran out of space. Such a bummer. I mean, it wasn't even like changing, like it was red solidly before he got to it. It was if only I had more space. Kind of wild. Anyway, anyway, after Arby's, God, what did I do yesterday after Arby's? Not much, really. Went to the Circle K at 52nd. Did kind of another loop around a couple places that that Priscilla sometimes goes on holiday days and goes to hang out, and didn't see her. Didn't see her vehicle, which makes me feel like a stalker, but I just kind of like to know where just want to know where she's going. But it does kind of at least help clear my head a little bit, knowing where she's not going. Went to the Circle K at 52nd Street, and at least that guy's making an effort to clean his clothes, and that's a good thing. Because definitely a clean homeless person is better than a super stinky homeless person. I think we can all agree on that. And that wet shirt will dry out in this heat really quick, and in fact, it'll probably help keep him cool and feeling better. So that guy's at least as spun out as he seems to have a kind of solid head on his shoulder. So anyway, I went to the Circle K at 52nd Street in McDowell, hoping I could get my sip and save drink there. They didn't have any 32-ounce cups, just the 44-ounce cups. Those do not fit in my cup holder in that car. It used to be something I complained about all the time. It hasn't been a problem much later. The fact is, I think it's the first time, or maybe second time since I've got my car back, that I've had that issue where it's like, oh, they don't have the cup that fits me. Well, that sucks. Walking out, ran into one of my old regulars that used to come to karaoke at Castaways, and was talking about how much he misses me there, and now the kid they have now, like now he called Sean a kid, and I guess compared to me and him, Sean is a kid. I would imagine this guy's like in his late 50s, and I'm in my early 50s, and Sean is probably 23, maybe 22. So Sean's a kid. Saying that guy just does not bring the crowd that I did, does not have the kind of fun show that I had. He goes, "You were the best. You were the best. They should bring him back." I'm like, yeah, they're not going to. I'm done pursuing it. And I mentioned how I'd gone to all the other places. Well, if you had another show, I'd go to it. I miss your shows. I'm like, well, I'm at Bullock's Cocktails. Where's that? I told him where, and he's just like, it's too far. Which, I agree. It is too far from 52nd and McDowell. Especially for this guy. But it was good seeing him, and it was certainly an ego boost, you know, and he even called my name. He was like, hey, karaoke man! I'll answer to that. Hell yeah. Anyway, after that, I ended up going up to the Circle K at 48th and Thomas. I was able to get my sip and save drink there. So went home after that and just ended up pretty much falling asleep. I worked on my vlogs a little bit, but for the most part, I just ended up. I kind of worked on those and slept until it was time to go to work. Didn't see anybody at work that took the bus, so I have no idea what the bus riders did. My guess is they probably just either took their UPT or their PTO and paid time off or their unpaid time and toughed it out. I would imagine maybe some of them took Ubers, but I know the one guy that I was talking to about it, he says he's never taken the rapid bus because he says he straight up can't afford the additional $2.25 in fare. And I feel like I'm struggling and I'm poor, but that $2.25 additional fare was never a struggle for me. So obviously this guy is dealing with stuff I'm not dealing with. And I don't really know him. I don't even know his name. But it's everybody's got their own struggles, and so I can't imagine he had money for an Uber. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I think that's everything I needed to get out. I'll explain the forklift going through the hole in the floor thing later, I hope. And anyway, thanks for watching.